Alrighty, we are live, I think. Okay, let's see. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the stream. Let us get some music going real quick. Can you guys hear me? Am I coming through loud and clear or what? Test. Let's just hold on for 1 second. Let me turn the music down a little bit. How am I sounding, guys? Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Turn your music down. Down more. Hello, everyone. Welcome to my breakdown of the Star Wars... Murphy? Buddy? Not while I'm doing my intro. Welcome to my mic is weird. To do that thing where... As I stream, you guys might hear... there's this issue with my mic where it gets really, really deep. Like Darth Vader deep. Is it back? Can you hear me now? Yeah, so if that happens, just let me know. If you guys like it, I just unplugged it and replugged it in. Lorenzo, thank you very much for the donation. Nacho, good to see you as always, dude. So we're gonna get started here in just a second. I want to give everyone a chance to come in. I'll answer some questions. We're gonna watch the trailer. I'm gonna give you guys my full review, and then we're gonna do like a scene by scene breakdown. Anyone who's been here for my other trailers knows what this is like. Thank you, Wolfgang. We'll probably do this for an hour and a half. Yeah, it is a Blue Yeti. Alright. I'll give this till... It's 11:17 my time. I'll give it maybe a minute and a half. I'll also post this on... Maybe I'll post this on Twitter as well, and then we'll get started. For the next minute or so, just enjoy these beats. I have seen the trailer, yeah. I watched the trailer live. So tweet this. We got a lot to talk about. Some of it I'm going to have to talk about tomorrow because there's some spoilery stuff that I don't want to get into. Let me just check the Canadian election results real quick. I know you guys all care about that. Huh. Okay. Let's go back to Star Wars. We'll get started when I get back on the video. I'm gonna pause the... did I just miss a donation? Thank you to Mad King. He says, evening, Ek. Thank you very much for the donation, dude. Alright, let's pause this music. Let's watch the trailer. I'll watch it through once, because I know some of you guys would have missed it. I'm sure some of you missed it. We're gonna watch it through once on the official channel. I don't want to give any of these pariahs views. Yeah, watch it once on the official channel. I'm not going to talk at all. Let's get that in HD, please.
It's an instinct. A feeling. The Force brought us together. We're not alone. Good people will fight if we lead them.
People keep telling me they know me. No one does.
But I do.
Long have I waited. And now you're coming together. Is your doing.
What are you doing there, 3PO?
Taking one last look, sir, at my friends.
Confronting fear. It's the destiny of a Jedi. Your destiny. The Force will be with you.
Always.
All right. So I actually quite like the trailer. I've seen some people go pretty negative on it, but I'm gonna turn the music down a bit. Sorry, it was a bit quiet at the beginning. And don't worry, if you guys want to watch the trailer, of course, just come back later, and I'll play it again in a few points. But I think what most of you guys are probably come to my channel for is the ship stuff. So just one second. I've been taking a note of all the ships that I could spot. So let me just open that up real quick. Where is it? Okay. So we're gonna do this scene by scene.
Together.
There's a lot I want to talk about. I gotta be careful because one thing that I'll probably make a video about tomorrow is the fact that this trailer confirms a lot of the leaks, at least somewhat. Let me just turn this down a bit. It confirms some of the leaks, so I'll probably do a trailer or a video about that tomorrow. But right now, let's just talk about ships because that's something we haven't really gotten many ships at all in the sequel trilogy. So let's just move ahead a bit. I mean, we can take a look here. Some sort of ice asteroid. I think it's actually attached. I don't think this is an asteroid. I think it's attached to something. Not that it really matters, but some sort of throne. Very spooky. Okay, we got our first shot. I still remember in the very first. What's the control for forward and back on YouTube? Is it period? Yeah. I still remember in the very first trailer we got when we could spot that Imperial 1 Star Destroyer, and now we're getting them in their full glory. I mean, look at this thing coming out of the ice. So clearly, this is very, very Dark Empire-esque. Palpatine has been hiding ships, like I kind of predicted, has been hiding ships for his eventual return once the galaxy is basically cleansed and ready for his new reign. Pretty cool. Okay, so this is the William. Thank you very much for the $10 donation. So this is the thick shot. This is very, very dense. There is a lot going on here. Okay, let's just get started. U-Wing right here. Like as in the ship from Rogue One. And some of this I got to give credit to Admiral Nick, who is another fleet junkie. He is big on the Force.net boards, if you guys don't know it. Those are, you should. And the fleet junkie kind of discussions there are great. So he's helped identify a bunch of these ships. The thing, of course, that everyone noticed first, it's the friggin' Ghost. I was pretty surprised that the Ghost actually made its way into this, but here we have it. For those worried that there are only small capital ships here, it's not. We'll see that in just a second. We've got the Ghost. This is Han's freighter from The Force Awakens. It looks kind of like a Quasar fire carrier. I just saw someone say that in the chat. But this is the freighter from The Force Awakens that has the Rathtars in it. Right here, we can see one of my favorite ships, the Brahma gunship. And let's just actually, because you can kind of get a clear shot when the Falcons... Let me just back her up a bit. We do this frame by frame because sometimes ships, they kind of come in and out of view. TLJ bombers right here, the ones that people dislike. Just move back a bit. Okay, oops. So this is probably So you can see a lot of the ships here. In this upper right-hand corner, this is what looks like some sort of Mon Calamari cruiser. We've known from the Rise of the Resistance, the Rise of the Resistance trailer that they do have some sort of MC-80s. And yeah, so that's what we have here. Or perhaps a new Mon Calamari variant. So we will be getting big capital ships. These right here are interesting to me. I'm not exactly sure. Let me just take a look at something. Sorry guys, just 1 second. That might be... Those might be Peltas right here. There is definitely a Pelta. That's definitely what this is. It's like the Clone Wars sort of medical frigate. So those could be Peltas here as well. This is definitely a Hammerhead as well. I imagine every single ship that appeared in the Battle of Scarif will be thrown in here because they've got the models all done. You might as well. Same with this. This is the this and where's the other one? Yeah, this is the TLJ Corvette. This is like the Halo, I think, from the Clone Wars. At first, I thought it was the Razor Crest from the Mandalorian, but the engines are not nearly large enough. Let me just open my notes here. Oh yeah, this right here. This is the ship that I first saw, because to me it looks very, very similar to an MC-75. Let me just pull up a picture for you guys. Yeah, that's immediately what I noticed. Here, let's just pull up this Google search. So if you see the MC-75, it's got like this ridge that goes kind of around the main structure. That is what this appears to be. It's got, looks like it have like the same sort of tower. The only thing that's kind of unclear to me, thank you very much for the Hatmander for the $2 donations. The only thing that's unclear to me is whether it has this sort of, like bottom tower. It doesn't look like it. We have a similar ship up here. Definitely Mon Calamari. It's got like that, ocean look to it, but it's got almost like fins at the bottom. So, very strange. Definitely some sort of new Mon Calamari cruiser. This is the ship I think we saw in the first trailer. I couldn't tell because the footage came out earlier today, and I mean, it's just, this is very, very busy. So yeah, it was already hard to tell, but we got it obviously with a bit more visual clarity now. Let's jump forward, see what else we can see. This ship down here, I don't recognize. I don't recognize these. I mean, there's just so much here. Oh yes. Right, it could be the Shadowcaster, like the from Rebels. I think that's called the Lancer. You can kind of see some of those. Sorry, I'm just looking at my notes here, guys. There's just so much going on here. So yeah, this is the Hammerhead is back here. You can't really see it right now. This looks to be a Pelta, although some have pointed out that the engine configuration may be different. I honestly don't know enough about that ship to tell. Obviously, we have Nebulon Bs right here. What else? Oh, this is called the... I can't remember the name. I can't remember what they call that. The name of that ship. I just always called it Han's Freighter. I think Nick said that these are Bunker Busters, which is like the Resistance ship, the kind of flatter one from TLJ, which it very well could be. Other than that, I mean, Lucrehulk at the back. I've heard some people say that. You're talking about this right here? I mean, who knows? Like, there's so much going on here, and we're going to look at... I haven't even personally analyzed some of the later scenes yet, so I'm kind of excited to do that. But we got most of this. Rambling Mahoney, thank you very much for the $4.99 donation. Much appreciated. Okay, there's also these ships. You see a bunch of these. There's just so much going on in the back. Yeah, this footage has been pretty much combed over because it was released as part of a teaser today. I posted about it on YouTube and also Instagram if you guys don't follow me there. What is wrong with you? Oh yeah, and of course, I mean, I've zoomed in far enough that this shot appears to be. Let's just go back a couple of frames here. That's it. Definitely looks like Chewie and Lando in the cockpit. Other than that, I mean, there's just so much going on. Why they're so close together, I don't know. If I were commanding that fleet, I'd be like, boys, we're in space, or we're got lots of room, spread out a bit. Oops. This shot is just gorgeous. All these shots where they're on the, and this little skip just going across the waves. I wonder if they'll get that from like the Ewoks or something. Some little droid doing some. Ray looking very concerned in the background. Good night, Carter. Yeah, that little droid is very Henson-esque, very cute. Oh, look, I didn't even notice we got another droid back there, kind of like one of the, I forget their models, but pretty cool. Definitely like some droid shop. This movie has a very distinct visual style, I'll say that. This is definitely a Star Destroyer. We've seen that shot a million times. Not much new there. Seen this shot too before. Pretty cool. Okay. So this is the first one that I haven't really got to look at too much. So I certainly haven't looked at it in slow motion. Star, thank you very much for the $5 donation. I didn't notice anything different about the Falcon, but I was never one to notice little details like that, so you could be right. YouTube's buffering a bit. So this is the new I think it's the NR2 Y-Wing, I think they call it. We can also see what looks like TIE daggers up here, which I'm assuming are ships that Palpatine purposefully hid away with this sort of dark fleet he's got hidden here. And yeah, so people are saying that they're kind of a rip-off of E.C. Henry's ship, but the design, the sort of triangular-shaped design, thank you, Practical P. Congrats on the wedding. Thank you very much. That triangle-shaped design has existed since the art for TFA. And yeah, E.C. Henry has admitted as such, too. It will be a little weird if the wings move like his, though, too. Yeah, so they're clearly firing on that cannon. This does look like one of the new... I can't remember what they're called. I want to say TIE wedges, but I don't think that's what they're called. What are they called again? Chat, help me out here. And yeah, you could actually see you could see in the initial trailer that these Star Destroyers don't have any sort of where the hangar sort of normally is. They've got this large cannon instead. TIE dagger, yeah. So yeah, the Y-Wing. I tried to take a closer look at this ship, but it doesn't look like a whole lot has changed. It would have been cool if they'd put engines here, like one of E.C. Henry's designs, but E.C. Henry does a better job than, most official Star Wars projects, Legends or canon. TIE Hunters when, yeah, true. I love the TIE Hunter design. We do see, let me just back up a bit there. We do see these two Corvettes, I guess. They're like Corvette class ship in the background. To me, those just look like they're probably CR-90s or something. But it seems like the Resistance is kind of trying to... that was weird. I don't know what that was for. If that was a donation or something, sorry I missed it. Let me know in the chat. Seems like the Resistance kind of gets wind of what's going on with this rising dark fleet and tries to kind of get the jump on Palpatine, because we see they're still rising in the water, and that's clear in a later shot. 2 fighters against a Star Destroyer. Here's another one. I've got no idea what's going on with the horses. I dig it though. So I'm just looking at the guns now. I don't know where the big... I guess that's the big... I guess they're too far up to see the dual cannons. I can't tell if that's a TIE interceptor. It honestly, like, we're dealing with such low resolutions here. If usually the trailers will release in 4K later. If someone finds that, please let me know. Dagger and Ray's hand when they smash the statue. Ooh, that's interesting. I'll take a look at that. Thank you for the call out. Yeah. Besides that, I'm just trying to. I love BB-8 just keeping. He's just giving her. Oh, so there's the big double laser cannons there. Yeah, clearly inside Palpatine's throne room here. But let's keep the ships. I said we keep the ships for the first look through. Okay. So yeah, there's still. Yeah, you can clearly see the TIE daggers here as well. They're still pretty low to the ground. I don't know what these are. These almost look like some sort of shuttles. X-Wing there. Oh, B-Wing. If you look, the B-Wing itself actually has a sort of different engine configuration. Because like I'm pretty sure the normal B-Wing has like 2 and 2. This one has 2 big ones and 2 sort of smaller ones. No, oh, why does it keep doing that? These definitely look like some sort of landing craft because they're coming down towards the Star Destroyer. So maybe this is like some sort of command ship or something. Actually, hold on. Now that I look at it, I don't think this is a normal Imperial Star Destroyer. That Halo guy and Tara, thank you very much for your donations. Much appreciated, Tara. Sorry, Tara. This to me doesn't look like a normal Star Destroyer because what's this thing? That's a First Order Resurgent. Let me see. It could be. You might be right, actually. No, does the Resurgent... I need to look at a side shot. I don't think the Resurgent has anything that pops out quite like this. Let me take another look. Murphy, be quiet. Because that's way too low to be the bridge tower. I don't know if that is a Resurgent. Because I also don't think the Resurgent has... I guess it could be the... No, I don't know. Like, what is this right here? I'm looking at chat. Chat, what do you think? It's First Order, you can tell. Could it be the profile of an ISD bridge rising? It could be. A lot of people are saying Resurgent. Let me just... hold on one second, guys. Let me get a good side profile of the Resurgent. That's a fan model. I guess it could be. I don't know. It's for some reason it's really hard to find. Oh God, Pinterest. Pinterest should be banned from goddamn Google searches. It's so obnoxious. I guess it could be something up here. Who would win? Mountain Trooper, come on, load for me. I'm going to look back at the chat for a second. Executor variant, could be a new ship. I think it is a new ship. If you look closely, it's facing away from the camera. It's a Super Star Destroyer. That's not high enough for it to be. Like, I see what you're saying, but that's not... Like, look at the scale here. This looks like the front of... This looks like, to me, to be some sort of different... hold on. Yeah, we could see the Death Star weapon in the upper left corner, not an ISD. Are you talking about this? Let me just... I don't know. That looks like an ISD to me. The bottoms are slightly different now that they've got that super weapon. I don't know. I do think that's a new ship type. Like, I'm just trying to get a sense of what's going on. And you see, the other thing that kind of makes me feel this is the fact that the Resistance is landing on it. No, that right there, that's way too small to be an ISD shield generator. Those things are huge. It could be the base. That's a good point, actually. Yeah, there's nothing on an ISD that looks like this. It's not tall enough to be a Resurgent. They are really small turrets. Those are like point defense guns. Oh, wait, hold on. Hold on. If you look... Yeah, so these are two different ships. I still don't think that's a... That's not a shield bulb on a ISD. Could it be the Resurgent? If it is, I'm sorry for wasting your guys' time, but that's kind of what we do here. Okay, it actually does kind of look like a Resurgent pointing this direction. Or no. Because the Resurgent shield bulb is on its right side. So it'd be pointing that direction, I guess? Huh. The other ISDs have squarish. Well, they're still kind of circular, though. I don't know. This is weird. Anyway. Interesting. I don't think there are any more ship shots. No, that's basically it. Look, yeah. Again, we've been able to see the cannons since since the last trailer. Let's just look at the trailer as a whole. Clear that looks like, is that the Endor helmet there, or is that one of the blast helmets? I don't know. I'm really bad with like prop details. Triangle wing TIE fighters, yeah. I'm really bad with prop details, but regardless, it's pretty clear that that Rey is doing some training. Is she being chased by the? I can't tell if she's being chased by the little droid. Oh yeah, if you look carefully, she's being chased by that. I forget what it's called. Just the training droid. It's kind of cool because you can see that in the later trailer when she throws the thing. I mean, in the last trailer. Pretty big jump. Cool transition. This dialogue is interesting because it's kind of like hints at a force sensitivity for Finn. I don't know. This scene is beautiful. I don't know if it's Yavin or what, but pretty cool. I think this is probably a new planet, but it could be Yavin as well. Okay, so this Mon Calamari right here very well could be Akbar's son, Aftab. I think his name is. He's being reintroduced in one of the new comics. So yeah, that could be Admiral Akbar's son right there. Let me just pull a picture. I don't know if he's got an established outfit. His name is Aftab. Here's a picture of him here. I mean, I don't want to say all Mon Calamari look the same because they don't. That's him right here. Outfit looks pretty damn similar. That very well could be Aftab Akbar. Oh, did I miss a donation? Do you think the large resistance fleet is bunched up due to an interdiction field? I was kind of wondering that myself. Like, what's the reason? I think there might be a very narrow way to get into this area where Palpatine has been saving these Star Destroyers. All right, let's continue. Thank you for the donation. Nymel said the low camera angle plus Palps hoarding old ships plus cityscape, and they race to the head. Sorry, I kind of missed the context of that one. And yeah, they're under the blockade runner now, which I think is pretty cool. It looks very cozy. I'm looking for any alien races. I forget what these guys are called. That's, what's his name? Dominic Monaghan. Some big boy. Oh, somebody riding the horse back here. This almost looks like it could be... I'm so confused about what's going on for this final battle. There's the CR-90 taking off. Death Star, big cannon. Raylos probably love this. So is it possible they're running across this thing? Maybe. Does seem like Shivi's up to his old kind of manipulating ways, though. Like he's kind of brought everyone here as a kind of, you know, just to screw with them and kill them all in one fell swoop. Yeah, so that's not a Quasar, that's Hans Freighter. These things are pretty cool. They look straight out of Star Wars Resistance. Someone said that there's a B1. I didn't spot it, but there's a lot. I really love this. This droid workshop kind of reminds me of Galaxy's Edge. Oh, gotcha. Thank you.
Taking one last look, sir.
Is that what people are saying is the B1 right there? That kind of looks like the legs of one. Is that... Oh.
And my friends.
The battle droid is in C-3PO's headshot? I can't really see it. Let's watch again.
Taking one.
Oh, yeah, duh. It's right there. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I like that. This is like one of the commanders or something. He's got a yellow head. Yeah, I'm totally blind. Uh-oh. Poor R2. No way C-3PO dies. I wonder if those guns are going to be like a weak point because we can see... Also just noticed that the little shield generator bulb on the background. It looks like... I bet you how it will work is like this thing will charge up and then they can fire. I bet you that's what happened. I've seen the assault... Well, actually, let's take a look, because the other one... Maybe not, because that one's like... Oh, why does it keep doing that? That other one's in the same position, so I could just be talking smack. Finneray, yeah, I think that's probably the Resurgent, or maybe... What I think happens, they probably land on that... Whatever ship that is, and then... Yeah, so I think I was probably wrong about that charge up thing. That would have been cool, but there's a lot of Y-wings as well. I'm really confused. I did not expect Finn to be at the Death Star debris, which is what this looks like. Is this like some sort of Vader thing, I guess? Yeah, some people have pointed out that Rey has a dagger, and yeah, she clearly does in her hand. What's going on there, where this is? I have no idea. But yeah, that's definitely Vader's helmet or some sort of statue or something. It does look like Cloud City. Looking at Kylo Ren's mask, and I thought it might be some sort of vision. I thought maybe I spotted that Kylo Ren doesn't have his mask, but yeah, you guys can see he's got. I'm sure most of you already know this, but his mask has been sort of repaired, with some red stuff, and apparently there's some symbolism there related to like pottery and I don't know. Somebody was really clever to point that out, and yeah, I don't even want to take credit because I don't understand I don't really understand the implication. People are saying, I'll take a look at this assault frigate thing. So this is Palpatine. He clearly looks like he's in some sort of like, I don't know, almost like life support chair or something. Yeah, Rey looks like, I don't know, she looks a little scared. But yeah, this is basically Dark Empire. I've been saying this for a while now. This is basically Dark Empire. I want to see this assault frigate everyone is talking about. One thing I'm curious, what is this giant ball-shaped ship? You see a couple of them, actually. So yeah, where are you guys seeing an assault frigate? I'd be very surprised if they recanonized. Are you talking about this thing right here? This kind of mass right here? Look, all core ships? That'd be cool. I don't think core ships would be particularly useful. Bottom left. Okay, so this right here. Interesting. I think that's probably some sort of new Mon Calamari ship. Are you guys saying it's supposed to be like an assault frigate Mark II, I guess? I can actually see the similarity. I don't think that, I will say, I don't think that's what it is. You're talking about like the Mark II with like the sort of, because it doesn't look like the Mark I. Yeah, the Mark I is a little different. Just read the chat for a second. Okay, I'll go to the very end. The reason why I know you can click with the periods. The reason why I'm double clicking all the time is because you have to. I had to keep clicking back on after going to other pages. All right, let's see. You mean right at the bottom there? Huh. I was looking for one thing. I was really looking for was the Outrider as well. I bet you there will be a bunch of one-off ships like that. I think that this is probably a new Mon Calamari vessel. Yeah, I have been hearing assault frigate quite a bit. But yeah, that'd be my guess. New Mon Calamari ship. We don't know what this is. This is the ship, the freighter from the first trailer, I think. It's so I don't mean this ironically. It's so dense. It's really hard to understand what's going on. The Falcon. Yeah, the Fountain has the round dish back, I think. Yeah. Where's the turret? The turret must be pointing backwards. They don't. I don't think they've got the quads anymore. Oh my god! If there was a Bakara destroyer, I do definitely think that's an MC-75 though, or at least some sort of variant. I didn't spot any DP-20s. I did spot a Braha talk though. One thing that I think, here, let me. Oh, I got a donation I missed. Oh, thank you. Do you think any of the animated characters will appear? Thank you, Blaze. I think it's possible, just because Hera's been such a big part of Star Wars that she could get some sort of call out. But I don't really know, to be honest. I don't think so. I mean, it would be pretty cool to hear the name Jason in a Star Wars, movie, but I don't know. Hold on, I also gotta check the Canadian election results. Future of my country's at stake. Just 1 second. Be right back, guys. CBC. Projecting liberal minority government. It's kind of what everyone expected. Okay, we back. Yeah, you can see the ghost pretty clearly. Whether it'll just be a background ship, I don't know. It is. I'm not gonna lie. I'm actually impressed by how prominently it's in the scene. Also, I just noticed, but there's a second. You can see one of the TLJ bombers up here, but there's also a second one right down here. I mean, there's just so much. Like, we'll be unpacking this for ages. I really wish that I cared about this film. Yeah, I wish you did too. It's a lot more fun if you're looking forward to it. I don't think there's any hidden voices or anything. I haven't heard anything like that. I'm just going to take a look on the leaks subreddit and see if there's anything that anyone has picked out, and if there is, then I will make sure I give them credit. I just don't want to do you guys short because I am too proud. In the meantime, though, I will show you guys. This fleet shot seems really similar to me to the New Republic fleet from the Art of TFA. Sorry, I'm typing as I... And I would like to show you the picture, but I have it scanned. So the only picture that comes up on Google image search is one of my thumbnails, so I'm sorry for that. I can't just open... Oh my god, it's exception. I can't just... I don't like this new Google image search. Open image in new tab. Here we go. I don't know. To me, I just see, like, a lot of similarities here, especially because we've got, like, obviously the art for this, if you look at it, a lot of it's just kit bash stuff. Like, we see a consular here with, like, different engines. And so I doubt these were meant to be final representations of what the fleet would look like. Just kind of the aesthetics has reminded me of that. 10th Shadow Step. If Palpatine has been alive and waiting the whole time, why did he enact Project Cinder? I thought it was a final FU to the galaxy. I think the point in Project Cinder was partially to cleanse the Empire of the, I guess the disloyal or the weak. Someone says DP-20 right above the Nebulon. Top right. In this shot, I'm not really seeing it. I guess that could be a Wookiee gunship. Now that I look at it, it does look more similar to a Wookiee gunship than the Halo. Yeah, I'll show you guys what that is. And the engines, I think there's too much of a gap. I mean, you can always take artistic licensing, but I don't know. Just 1 second. I want to hear what you guys think. One second. Sorry, guys. I know it's not that interesting. It's an SS-54 assault ship. It's the same as the what's the name of the Halo? Isn't there another one though? I'll show you guys. What do you think? Does it look more like the Wookiee ship or more like this? Or something else? I know it's kind of a small image, but oh yeah, the GX1 short hauler. I don't know if that's what that is. I don't think it's got the right look to it. The GX1 was a legend ship as well. I was just really interesting. Oh yeah, and this red ship could be. Let's just. Oops. Sorry, guys. Oh, so goddamn dense. That is another option for the red ship. It could be a defender class. But that's a weird legend ship, so probably not. It's also ancient, so. Alright, Starhawk is in the back left. I don't want to get anybody's hopes up like that. Would the Colossus be there? I would not be... I would have been surprised before, but at this point, I'm not going to be surprised if the Colossus shows up. This ship right here looks like one of the ones that E.C. Henry did. You can see it briefly in Return of the Jedi. Oh, yeah, here it is. To me, that ship looks like... Google, why are you playing games with me? The ugliest rebel ship you've never heard of.
Video on the topic because I've
guys, go watch. Quiet down, E.C. Henry. Guys, go watch his videos though; they're phenomenal. To me, this ship, I lost it. Looks kind of like this. I lost it now. Oh, right here. I don't know. It's probably kind of. It's probably reaching a bit, but. Anyway, I take a break. We've overanalyzed ships now. Nagasadow's meditation sphere. I don't think the Sith are going to be too interested in helping out. It's not a Providence. That's the one of the destroyers from TLJ. So here's watching Star Wars Reading Club stream. Did you guys talk about the B1 droid? Yep. Yeah, we talked about all that stuff. Thanks for the $10 donation, Trevin. Appreciate it. How do you feel about being dead on about those underslug cannon? Pretty good. I feel pretty good about that. I'm not going to brag, but when the first teaser came out, I was one of the first people to pick out I even have proof of it, to pick out the Imperial Star Destroyer. I'm going to find the Twitter thread just so I can gloat. I'm not going to be able to find it, am I? But in the very first trailer, it was like you could see it if you just stopped very, very oh, here we go. Much clearer shot of the ISD for Ye of Little Faith. Temple Institute didn't believe. Guys, everyone go unsubscribe from the Temple Institute if you are subscribed. Please. Do that for me. Nah, don't. They're good. They're good people. Sorry. Oh, you guys get to see my messy desktop. Let's continue. Someone donated. Did I miss another donation? Thank you. What's the opinion of them running Space Horses? Star Wars is pretty hokey sometimes. I'm okay with it. Thank you very much for the donation. 10th though. Trevin said, also love the music after 3PO. True. I like the music of this trailer. It's not as good as probably the trailers for The Force Awakens, but yeah, we talked about the Shadowcaster briefly. I didn't even think about the crew being in cryosleep. That's a pretty good theory. Yeah, I think John Williams might have actually done the trailer for this. Hmm.
People keep telling me they know me. No one does.
Gotta say, I dig that chair. I dig this scene. Very blue, very J.J. Abrams blue. This scene is blue as well. Bada bye. Forget how the song goes. Did we take a closer look at that? Hold on. I don't know if we looked at this. We could look at every shot involving a ship, even briefly. Let's just go back. I'm torturing my damn computer. Huh. Why'd they include this in the trailer? I don't even... Why are you not skipping, YouTube? Don't play games with me right now when I'm looking at spaceships. Bud? YouTube, you're canceled. Planet? YouTube's not agreeing. Probably because I've had this one video open for so long. Let's just... Yeah, we'll do this. Oh, YouTube. You're such trouble. They used to auto-mute it when you played in 25% speed. That was nice. They should do that again. Again, I don't think it's water. I think it's ice. Like, if you look at that shot of the Star Destroyer coming out, it looks to me like it's ice. I want to see if Nick picked up anything.
We're not alone. Good people will fight if we lead them.
People keep telling me they know me. No one does.
I don't think so.
Long have I waited.
Yeah, that's definitely ice. You can hear cracking too.
You're coming together.
Why should I even give this movie a chance? I don't know. If you don't want to, I'm not going to convince you. I love Star Wars. Still gets me excited. Obviously, there are things about the other movies I didn't like. But if you're not interested, don't fake it. Yeah, it's definitely ice. Water doesn't behave like this. Just coming at the ground, baby. I guess to be fair, ice is water, just frozen. There are definitely X-Wings. Probably not T-85s, but you can see an X-Wing at one point in the trailer.
Taking one last look, sir.
It's not a Providence. We've talked about it.
At my friends.
It's this ship. Let me just find it. I forget the name of it. 1 second. Just because I've got this one so many times, I think the least I could do. Here it is. The least I could do is clear this up. Here. It's the Vac Boyer. I don't know how you pronounce it, but that's the ship you guys are thinking is the Providence. That is that. Almost certain. Now look, that might be a Nebulon C as well. This big thing, because the Nebulon C has a pretty hefty prow. Yeah, we saw the pelt. Is very cool. You guys see the USS Enterprise? Not actually, but some people at one point thought they saw the Enterprise. I mean, if there's ever a time when you're gonna do it, oh, right down here. Some people thought this was the Enterprise, which would have been pretty funny. Yeah, it is the Ghost. You guys can generally assume that they're not going to include any random legend ships. Hey, Ek, showing you some love with this tip. Keep doing good. Also, give some claps if you're excited for this. Mandalorian the Clone Wars, definitely. And Fallen Order.
Taking one last look, sir. At my friends.
I'm surprised the Enterprise has never made its way into a Star Wars film before. Because I think that the first JJ Star Trek movie had an X-Wing and a TIE Fighter, if I remember correctly. And I think the Falcon's been in one of the Star Trek movies as well. There's your X-Wing. Sorry for them to put new good ships. I don't know. Star Trek First Contact. All right, let's watch it a couple more times. I don't want to go too late on the stream, but I'm appreciating all the donations. I'm appreciating the discussion. I might run a couple ads here, just to be a greedy son of a bitch.
It's an instinct.
I know that feel.
The Force brought us together.
Seems like the leaks are almost certainly true at this point. I'll probably do a video on that tomorrow. Harry Palmer says, congrats on the wedding and hit 500,000. Oh yeah, thank you. I should have mentioned that. Thank you guys for helping me get to 500,000. Which Star Wars movie most surpassed my expectations? Probably Episode 7, to be honest. Because I thought that could go either way, and I loved it after the theater. I have sort of cooled on it a bit, but I really, really liked it when I saw it. What other movies? I loved episode 2 as a kid. I'll take a look for the lots again.
What are you doing there, 3PO?
Taking one last look, sir. At my friends.
Lats can usually fly in space. Just gotta kind of lock her up.
Confronting fear. It's the destiny of a Jedi. Your destiny.
Yeah, there are little Lat space variants. I'm probably gonna lose a bunch of subs because YouTube put out a thing saying they're purging. Over the next few days, you may see a noticeable decrease in your subscriber count as we remove spam or closed accounts. So that's making it seem like I could go down like 50 or 100,000.
The Force will be with you.
Always.
Oh, sorry, I was reading the chat. Someone wanted me to look at, see what she's looking at. Yeah, very clearly looks like Palpatine in some sort of chair. What if you don't see Palpatine's face at all because he's like Nihil is constantly eating on the Force? That'd be cool. Probably not how it will be set up though. It looks like he's being kept alive by some sort of machine. Let's take a look at her eyes. Is she crying, maybe? I agree that the Mary Sue thing is overstated, but it's not an argument I want to get in today. It's not a Providence. it's definitely not. It's one of the Resistance frigates. Yeah, not much there. I'd say that could be towards the end of the movie, to be honest. All right, I want to look for these. I know you spent about 1,000 minutes on these 2 frames, so let's. I love this scene too. I haven't talked about how cool that is. One thing that I really like about this movie that the prequels especially noticeably didn't have for most of the movies, or for most of the scenes, is the lightsabers give off like an ambient glow. Because they're like like in the old movies, if you watch them, the lightsabers are kind of just, at least for the prequels, I forget if they did this for the OTs, but the lightsabers are basically just green rods, and they're actually lit in this. I mean, of course, it doesn't have a real lightsaber, but it actually gives off light. I like the cross-guard saber too. It's really cool. It really grew on me. But that's what made the. Thanks for the donation, Tom. That's what made the fight in Episode 7 pretty cool in the forest. All right, I'm looking for these lats. Let's go. YouTube is just like not. It's like had it with my. All right, where am I looking, people? Third frame. It's okay. I'll look for this Providence. Okay, third frame in the bottom right under the Falcon. There's a Providence. I don't think Thrawn will be in the movie. I just noticed that's probably a Mon Calamari cruiser right there. Oh, look at this. I just noticed this too. That's almost definitely the sort of command tower. Or not, it's not a command tower. That's like, that looks like the bottom of an MC-75. I didn't even notice that. Okay, 5th/6th. Okay, just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, where am I looking at? Talking about this thing right here? Yeah, we got U-Wing for sure. Kind of lost. Oh, yeah, right there. Very bottom. Are you talking about this right here? Or this? Because remember, all the ships here are straight on. Bottom right, right. Yeah, there are fortress bombers. Towards the end of the shot now? That one your mouse is on? So you're talking about one of these ships back here? I don't know, I just don't see it. Oh, are you talking about this right here? This ship? I don't see it. I don't know. Maybe by the Ghost of Venator? You talking about this thing? This is too tall to be a Venator's bridge. I get what you're seeing, but I don't think so. This is the Braha Talk. I don't know what this is. It's just Dengar's toilet ship. Above the Ghost to the right. Are you talking about this? Because that's a Pelta. Okay, start at the left of the Falcon. Go down to the two orb-shaped ships. I don't know what this is. This isn't a Providence, if this is what you guys are looking at. Are you saying this is a DP-20? Because it's not. This is some sort of consular ship with a different engine array. Like, remember the ship they go to they like open the Phantom Menace with? That's what that is. Yep, that's Hans Freighter. Oh, look, I'll show you guys. Consular cruiser. You can even see the top because like the bridge is kind of high on the consular, but it's got a very distinct. You guys will see just a second. The only thing is the engine array is a little different. That's why it reminded me of those pictures from the Force Awakens art book, where it's kind of like kit bashed a bit. Here, let's see. Try to find a good picture. Space dock. No, that's not good enough. Your thumbnail is not good for my purposes. You can kind of see it here, I guess, but not really. Did I miss a donation? Question: had George's trilogy or of things from Legends after Endor became movies? What do you think? I don't know, because George was gonna ignore the EU. So.
You're coming together.
The UNSC Infinity. That would be helpful. N1s, that would be cool. I'd love that.
3PO?
Taking one last look, sir,
There is definitely a U-Wing.
at my friends.
I don't remember what the District 9 ship looks like.
Confronting fear. It's the destiny of a Jedi. Your
I'll show you the B one because I had trouble seeing it too. It's like one of those things where once you see it, you're like, oh, how did I miss it? HR. Little droid's so cute.
Taking one last look.
Oh, there it is, right there. Sorry, just reading the chat. You can see it. Look, he's got his head down. There's his eye. There's his sort of colored rank insignia. There's his nose. Pretty cute. Do you think the Y-wing's still the EMP turret? I don't know because you see it looks like the turret firing lasers. Bombada, beat it. Oh, I'm glad I cut that off. Rageaholic? I don't think I've ever heard of him. Rageaholic. Thank you for the donation. Oh, that's funny. Rageaholic. Doesn't really look like my type of content. Yeah, I don't think so. Nothing against the guy, but a little too political for my channel.
Look, sir. At my friends.
Richard Grant would have made a good Thrawn, but if you were blue.
Your destiny.
I have no idea how long the final battle will last. No, there's no eclipse. Aiden's daughter could still be in it because she's mentioned in one of the upcoming books. Have 6 or 7 beers, you will see it. Yeah. I don't think, No, I don't think there's a Providence. And I don't think after this long after the Clone Wars there are that many Separatist holdouts remaining. If there are, they've really been holding out. Alright, we'll watch it a couple more times, then I'm going to call it as much as I am really enjoying this stream.
Feeling. The force brought us together. We're not alone. Good people will fight if we lead them.
3 donations. Thank you guys. Let me get those.
Telling me they know me.
What's his name? Cassian's a separatist from Separatist holdout family, isn't he? Why are they riding space horses on this ST FML? When the final battle is the entire movie. That'd be cool. The blue protocol droid will be one of the Imperial probes. I don't think so. That's an interesting idea, though. Yeah, my name and Biff and I are planning on doing a video together at some point. Oh, I've been talking to him the past few days. Yeah, this is the trailer for Frozen 3, actually, which is pretty cool. I'm Thrawn, Dabity, you go and die.
What are you doing there, 3PO?
Taking one last look, sir.
Palpatine's executor is called the Eclipse, you're right.
My friends.
Alright, enough District 9 stuff. There's no District 9 ships, I don't think. What you're talking about there, Heather, is probably a Nebulan C, I think. The Bismarck.
The force will be with you.
Yeah, we've been trying to figure out... Well, we spent some time earlier trying to figure out what's going on with that ISD that's rising. Let's just... First horse riding scene, alright. I think Benedict Cumberbatch would be a good Thrawn, but he might be a bit too on the nose. Mithron Naruto. It does look different. I think that's probably like, if Pride is in this movie, like in a big way, he might have like his own capital ship. It could be what that is. Oh, that's special. Did I miss the first? Oh yeah, there it is. That does help with some scale, actually. Yeah, I have no idea what they're riding on here. It's very odd. No, I don't think there'll be any sort of time travel or anything like that. I think it'd be too much jumping the shark. Yeah, get the Serenity in there. Get the Battlestar Galactica in there. Horse Eevees. Sharknadoes, sure. Spider Pig. Command of a Resurgent class battlecruiser. Thanks for the donation, Tom. I'm to Ezra. He's missing in action right now with Big Blue. Him and Big Blue are missing in action. Just reading the chat. Oh, Daddy is tired. I want Thrawn to be Will Smith, Papa Smurf, or the Blueberry Girl from Willy Wonka. That's a good call. Ezra and Thrawn will come back at some point. SSD S153. Yeah, they're running on something. I don't know if it's SSD. It's weird. It's hard to tell because there's a First Order ship rising behind it. As you can see, that does look like the tower of First Order ship. But if you look, it's kind of a trick of perspective. This, whatever this is, where's the, hold on, let me look at the line again. Ugh, why am I being so stupid? Yeah, so whatever this is different from this ship in the background. It's very odd. I do wonder, though, why this ship is completely breaking formation. Also, oh, sorry. Keep in mind that the shield bulb on the Resurgent is on the right side, so that ship is facing this direction. But yeah, you can see Resistance craft are landing on it. Palpatine seems to be a little bit of a robot boy right now, yep. Yeah, these shuttles are landing, so it's some sort of assault on this, whatever it is. Yeah, Palpatine is in some sort of chair. I bet you they'll find a GR7. They'll stick a GR75 in there somewhere. They've already got the digital models of them from Rogue One, so. Alright, anyone have any final donations, any final words, anything that they'd like me to, nice macros, they'd like to get out before I end this stream? guess I could like play a game or something, but Murph, bud, chill out, okay? I would be, you can hear it from me, I would be surprised if there's no GR75s. Thank you, Larry. Jar Jar will return to episode 9. I sure hope so. We're going to get back to Twitch streaming soon. I've just been really busy. Crazy busy. How many times is this man going on? A lot. I'm super tired. So how are the Star Destroyers driving from the water? Star Destroyers can fly in atmosphere. You see that in Solo and Rogue One. Palpatine is a Skywalker. Ben Quadranero's Pod Racer. I don't care what universe you're from, that's gotta hurt. Plot twist, High Charity shows up last 30. Opinion, I'm down for it. Especially if it's High Charity infected by the Flood. Let's do it. I don't know who I did a thread on my personal Thrawn choices. I can't remember. I think I saw the Unyielding Hierophant in one of the scenes. I'm not sure. Oh, I didn't know that about that line. Well, seriously, no, this will probably still be the weaker of this dumpster fire trilogy. Nothing that these movies do will affect your childhood whatsoever. If you don't like them, it doesn't take away the love you have for the old movies, so... I don't know how to feel about the new Thrawn books. I don't know if they need a trilogy of books set before, but whatever. Two squids kissing. I get that reference. Guys, if you enjoyed this stream, it really helps me out if you drop a like. It makes the video do a lot better afterwards. If you guys are happy the Senate's going to be back, drop a like. You enjoyed my frame-by-frame breakdown of ships and just destroying your theories about providences. Just joking. But, drop a like. If you're here just to hate, drop a like anyway. Because you, presumably you like me. Space Ponies, James, thank you. Yeah, if I get to like 1,000 or 2,000 likes before the video went live, oh boy. I don't know how many I'm at right now. I can't see. Let me check. So it looks like the Liberals secured a minority government in the Canadian election. They dropped from a majority. $686 likes. Can we get to 1,000 before I sign off? That would really help out. Is your income like based? No, I mean I wish I got like $1 per like. That'd be nice. No, it does help videos perform better if they get lots of engagement. We had the discussion of the assault frigates. What I don't understand is how are they gonna deal with the First Order and the Empire now? Is the First Order just gonna be like subsumed by the Empire? Like, I didn't see any First Order Star Destroyers there besides for that one. Maybe like Hux turns on. Yeah, Thomas, if you have better resolution shots, please do send me an email. It's eckhartsletter@gmail.com, and I'll continue the stream for a bit longer. Let me just refresh. I'm curious. How many likes did that get us? 720. Okay. Are there high resolution screens out yet? Let me just check. I don't see any yet. Oh, wait, hold on. Don't know how high res these are. Let me just check 1 second, guys. That screen would probably be 720p. That's what ESPN uses. True. Let me just open up one of these. Hi. This doesn't look. Pretty sure that's just. It's just a 1080p screen grab. Like, I don't think that's any better. No, it's just a 1080p screen grab. Oh, it even says resolution at the top. Yeah. Oops, did it again. I'm glad you don't get political. Thanks for the donation. Jose says, wait, are Kylo and Rey smashing? They probably will. Have a good night, man. Hope you enjoy the movie. You too, Larry. Thanks for the donation, dude. There are no pilots in the cockpit? Well, there's definitely Chewie and Lando in the Falcon. The New Republic had maybe like 20 Nebula Star Destroyers and Legends, if that. The Fifth Fleet was about 500 to 700 ships strong, but... Palpatine using Force Storm? I don't... Maybe? I don't know. Be even more Dark Empire-esque. Did we smash that like button yet, or what? 731. We didn't quite smash it, but we didn't... We weren't too easy on it either. Answer my question, Jose? What was it? Oh, what are they smashing? I thought you asked, are they smashing? Like, are they doing the horizontal tango? I don't know what they're smashing. It looks like some sort of like bust of Vader or something. Whose voice at the beginning? It's Finn. Yeah, the new TIE variant has been released for a bit now. I don't know if it was released on Star Wars show, maybe.
It's an instinct.
That's Finn right there. Find the Providence and I'll donate my kidney next. That's not needed, 88R2, but you got no fear of that going.
We're not alone.
Riding dog horses on a Star Destroyer.
If we lead them.
People keep telling me they know me.
Any info on Coruscant? I don't know anything about Coruscant.
No one does.
But I do.
Long have I waited. And now,
Chewie's belt and bowcaster behind them in the smashing scene. Now that, if that's there, I did not see. Let's see. Oh, look at that. Oh my God, you're right. Huh. That totally is Chewie's belt and bowcaster. Good eye. I think so, anyway. Because that looks like the little... I don't even know what it is. The little ball at the end of one of the bowcaster... looks like the end of one of the bowcaster... I don't even know what you'd call it. Huh. That's very interesting. Also, the correct pronunciation is Tantive4, but I'll never say that shit. Tantive. What would that bowcaster be doing there? In his, what are they called again? I almost said Bandala, but it's not that. Bandolier? Is that what it is? Yeah, bandolier. He reforges his mask. Yeah, you can spot Dominic Monahan. I forget which scene it is, but yeah, he's briefly in it. Seems like he's gonna have a pretty small. It's an empty prison cell. Actually, no, I'm getting confused. He's so handsome. Look at those curls. Murphy, are you jealous, buddy?
Is your undoing.
Yeah.
What are you doing there, 3PO?
Taking one last look, sir, at my friends.
Leave a like if you cry every time.
Confronting fear. It's the destiny of a Jedi.
Rey doesn't have her lightsaber? She's got a lightsaber, doesn't she? Is that really not the Skywalker lightsaber? It's kind of hard to tell. No, that's the Skywalker saber. I think, anyway. Hold on. I see a donation. I'm going to get to it in just a second. Yeah, that's definitely the Skywalker saber. We had a donation from... Oh, it was the C Diggs had $2, so it doesn't have a lightsaber in that shot. Okay. Chubb Bista, thank you very much. €5 donation. Thank you very much. That's a lot of Canadian dollars. That's like not quite 10. I think that's like 7.5 Canadian bucks. Yeah, I'm gonna get a video about the leaks tomorrow. Probably. I'm probably gonna work on it after this.
The Force will be with you. Always.
Because without saying what the leaks say about the rest of the movie, they talk about Palpatine being in a chair. I'm going to try not to spoil anything. They talk about this thing. I'm not going to say anything what they say. They talked about Palpatine's throne looking like this. They talk about... Where is it? Oh, in this scene with C-3PO. Is there something about the prison? I don't know, but I'm not going to say anything else until tomorrow's video. Yeah, I do notice that they don't have the B-Wings don't have that kind of vent that they used to have. They are much skinnier. I kind of like the new model actually. Just love the fact that Palpatine just like froze an entire fleet just in case. I don't know, I keep saying I'm going to end it, but we can go for a bit longer.
Good people will fight if we lead them.
People keep telling me they know me. No one does.
God, I gotta see. I want to go on Twitter just to see how Reylos are reacting to this. Adam Driver looks beefy as anything, I gotta say. Thank you, Chubb, and for another donation, which directly translates to Skywalker's Rise.
Coming together. Is your undoing.
Just gonna read some tweets. Yep, Rey is definitely going to the Death Star ruins alone. Off to see her emo space boyfriend.
What are you doing there, 3PO?
Taking one last look, sir, at my friends.
Confronting fear.
I don't know if I'm gonna buy a ticket. I guess I should. I'm hoping I can get to the premiere, but I doubt it. I got invited to the Last Jedi premiere, but it was like super last minute and I couldn't make it. I don't know. I just hope that Rey and Kylo both survive, and yeah. I hope Ewoks are involved in the final battle somehow. I hope there's like an Ewok like just joining them for the attack on that Star Destroyer. Reading more comments, see what people are saying. A lot of NFL BS, surprisingly amount of NFL BS. I'll be reenacting this moment in the shower momentarily. That was John Kasdan, Larry Kasdan's son.
Good people will fight if we lead them.
It was the scene of Kylo doing his little lightsaber thing.
No one does.
Junkman said, "I seen that room before." Yep.
Have I waited? And now
Ewok in the Y-Wing. Yub nub, Commander. Very in-depth, much proud. Palpatine is half Ewok, half bot. You know what? I can't actually...
What are you doing there, 3PO?
I can't
Last looks
in any way contest that.
at my friends.
Phil Staz, I forget how you say his name. Sazstack, who's like an artist for Lucasfilm, posted a cool picture about how the new throne is based off early sketches for Return of the Jedi. Palpatine's not an Ewok. He's 7 Ewoks taped together.
the Force will be with you. Always.
With one trench coat. Okay, this is funny. I gotta find this one to share it on stream. Basically just perusing Twitter now. That's a funny tweet. Here we go. Peace was never an option. I don't know why the peace is never an option memes. They always get me. Even though they're like so stupid, I just can't help but laugh. Let's read the chat. Hey, we got 1138 viewers. Nice. Peace is never an option. Ragnarok says plot twist: the Emperor is a gonk droid. I'm down for it. Let's see. Toward aggressively. Honestly, the Jedi are kind of full of shit. I take a little aggression to beat Palpatine. I'm cool with that. Gonk droids will take over the galaxy. They might. Making Star Wars. Jason Ward posted a tweet about top trailer question for sources. People were doubting his sources, but they seem pretty legitimate. Do the leaks contain truth? Yeah, there's a lot of truth in them. We'll talk about it tomorrow, probably. I'm going to put a video out on that. We could see Jason Sandula. It'd be pretty unreal. He's got green hair. I don't know how well... Isn't his hair green, I think? I don't know how well it would translate to movies, but... I think Palpatine's pretty far past the point of 2 Sith Lords. He's basically achieved his ultimate power, so... Yeah. I remember that heavy Scout Walker. There were a lot of cool Lego walkers for the sequel trilogy that never showed up.
It's an instinct.
Just reading, I'm reading the chat. Respond to any questions you guys might have for a bit. Yeah, I saw they have a weird kind of open circle. I wouldn't say it is the open circle logo, but it's certainly open circle-esque.
People keep telling me they know me.
Maybe the crew is frozen in there. Maybe they're slaved together or something.
But I do.
Oh, Jan is with it? Let me see. Oh, so she is. I didn't even see that. It's not just... Oh, stop doing that, YouTube. I spend so much time on you. Can you just... So Rey is being trained by Ewoks, but doesn't she already know everything there is? I wish Kylo had been Luke's son, I guess, but I don't know. I guess that's problematic in a way. I don't know why it shatters. It's kind of strange, ain't it? See, I wouldn't like Kylo to take the Skywalker name because that's kind of... I don't know. It's kind of betraying his father. I can't... the reason why I can't use spacebar to pause it is because I'm clicking away to other pages and stuff. Thoughts on take a seat, young Skywalker? It's a good line. Makes Mace Windu off. Mace Windu basically looks like a dick for the entire prequel trilogy, so... How much Ghost Luke? Maybe none. I would imagine at least a little bit, though. Yeah, I don't think it's Cloud City either. It looks kind of like... Could be inside the CR90. Which I assume is the Tantive... I know that lore has it that it's destroyed, but that was according to the Empire. I don't know, it doesn't really have the ISD aesthetic, does it? It's the only thing. That could be some sort of jail cell, some people were saying. We better see some city plants. I know. God damn. Half of... Well, not half of The Force Awakens, but a very sizable part of The Force Awakens should have been sent on Hosnian Prime. Or in the Hosnian system somehow. We still got 1,000 viewers. It's hard for me to end it.
fight if we lead them.
I guess that could be... Kylo's got kind of like a medical center on his ship.
No one does.
But I do.
So I guess maybe Kylo has like some sick... Like, not only the Vader helmet, but he's got a whole like shrine thing. Goddamn sicko. I was gonna say Anakin would have never ruined his hair like Kylo did.
What are you doing there, 3PO?
Taking one last look, sir.
I don't think there's gonna be an Eckhart's Ladder cameo in this movie. Gotta be a much bigger YouTuber for that.
Confronting fear is the destiny of a Jedi. Your destiny.
Curious to see how the general... I'm gonna check the Star Wars subreddit. I'm curious to see how people are reacting to this. Actually, maybe I should try the movies, because that'll be more less biased. Palpatine is on a space dialysis machine. Okay. 3PO, the real lesson we learned was the friends we made along the way. Yes. Emperor Palpatine chilling under the ice. Hashtag brand synergy. Yep. Star Wars kills it in the trailer department. Yep, that's true. Now this is pod racing. Star Horse. Yep. We'll talk about leaks tomorrow. I don't want to talk about them tonight because if we do a leak discussion, I want to make sure that people only watch it who are interested in the leaks. Rey and Kylo were working together. They sure were. Yeah, I saw her together behind Finn. Who would win, the entire Resistance or one wrinkly boy? Well, wrinkly boy seems to have about 10,000 capital ships.
It's an instinct. A feeling. The Force brought us together.
I'll show you the dagger when we get there. It's when she smashes the statue. You can see it in her non-lightsaber hand.
People keep telling me they know me.
Do they?
No one does.
No one.
But I do.
And he loves her. He wants to kiss her.
Have I waited? And now you're coming together. Is your undoing.
What are you doing there, 3PO?
Taking one last look, sir. At my friends.
We've rewatched it many times.
Confronting fear. It's the destiny of a Jedi. Your
It is the ghost. Yep. I don't think the canon books are necessary right now. If you're not interested, I would. Oh, she's got the saber right there. If you're not interested, what I would say is wait until after the movie comes out, and then they'll be a lot more free to write. Well, they'll be a lot more free to make interesting stories. There are a few really good books. I think Lost Stars is worth reading. I think Thrawn is worth reading. There are more. Those are just the first two that come to mind. I'm taking a seat right now. I've been in a seat. I don't think it's the Dagger of Mortis, no. Some sort of Sith dagger. The Dagger of Mortis doesn't really look like that. It's like, from what I remember, it's kind of like, well, it's a lot darker and it's like a triangle. This is like curvy. Don't gotta be impressed by it, man. We don't require that here. Artistic licensing. It's possible. I don't know why they'd have the Dagger of Mortis though. I don't think they're gonna be killing any Celestials. Yeah, that's angle. This is a straight dagger.
We're not alone. Good people will fight if we lead them.
People keep telling me they know me.
I'm not going to redo it, but if you look back earlier in the video, I've done a whole breakdown of every ship that I could recognize.
Long have I waited. And now you're coming together.
No core ships. They're not the right size. Plus, why would they have a core ship? I don't think they're on the Eclipse.
What are you doing there, 3PO?
Taking one last look, sir. At my friends.
I don't think JJ will be big into EU references unless it's like background ships or whatever.
Destiny of a Jedi. Your destiny.
It is very similar to Dark Empire. Did a whole video on it. It just keeps getting more and more similar. Such an elaborate promo for Galaxy's Edge. Almost looks like Palpatine's even walking a bit there. Like, it looks like he's moving forward. Rotten Tomato. Okay, that's a good. All right, Eck. It's time to take your bets. Movie score, Rotten Tomatoes, critics, and audience. Let's see. I'm not gonna do Rotten Tomato for audience because I think it's gonna be too prone to people like just like The Last Jedi. It's gonna be too prone to people brigading it. I think for critics, the Rotten Tomato will be an 80. Or an 85 maybe. And I think the movie score, like the IMDb score will probably be, I gotta look at the, I think the movie score will be an 8 on IMDb. Maybe a 7, maybe a 7.5. IMDb is tough. Like, it's hard to get a good score on IMDb. Maybe a 7.5. I think viewers will probably like it less than The Force Awakens, but more than Last Jedi.
The Force brought us together. We're not alone. People will fight if we lead them.
People keep telling me they know me. No one does.
But I do.
I don't know. It's just like everything's a culture war now, and sites like Rotten Tomatoes and like all of these sites are basically, I don't know. People put too much. I don't really know what I'm trying to say. It's just like people try too hard to manipulate the narrative, in my opinion. So I place.
What are you doing there, 3PO?
I place a lot more, even though I know critics can be sometimes BS. It's not as susceptible to just brigading and whatnot.
Confronting fear. It's the destiny of a Jedi. Your destiny.
I don't know if they fixed the Captain Marvel stuff or not, but like, to me, like, I didn't really. How many credits are you writing on your current wager? 80 85 Rotten Tomato. Yeah, movie score. I'm gonna say movie score will be 7.25 to 7.75. I don't know enough about Google percentages. Captain Marvel, yeah, like that has a 7 on IMDb. I thought it'd be a lot lower. I don't know. The problem is people are jaded. So yeah, people are jaded. People want to dislike the movies. Yeah, the always is Leia.
The Force will be with you.
Yeah, it's Leia's voice. I do agree they should have let. I think Ryan Johnson should have probably done all 3 movies, because that way the main problem with The Last Jedi is that it kind of just puts the saga in a weird position. I think if he would have made all 3 movies, that wouldn't have been a problem, because he would have been able to kind of control that, and we wouldn't have. I think it would have been a more ambitious trilogy than. It would have been a more ambitious trilogy than JJ is going to do. I didn't really see Captain Marvel. I'm not a huge Marvel guy. I started watching some of it on a plane, but I just kind of found it really boring. And nothing against anything in particular. Just part of it was just the fact that it was on a plane, and I hate watching movies on planes. But the only really MCU movies I really like are Ant-Man and the first Avengers. I thought the first Ant-Man movie was really good. I love Paul Rudd. I thought the first Avengers movie was great. I don't know. Like, I didn't like the cantina scene, but I mean, every movie has boring moments. JJ as the director for all three also would have been a good option. I just think JJ is a little too. I think we'll see that with this movie too. He's just relying a little too heavily on. He's relying a little too heavily on what came before. Doesn't matter. This movie's not going to make anywhere near Endgame money, which is they shouldn't expect to. It's very different. Yeah, this movie won't. This movie definitely won't make Endgame money. It'll make over $1 billion though. Endgame just. It's the same with The Force Awakens. We won't see much like The Force Awakens either, because that movie actually had a more impressive domestic run than Endgame. The legs on Force Awakens were really, really impressive. Yeah, Star Wars is not nearly as popular overseas. Plus, it's just different. The Star Wars movies always, the trilogy, like the last movie never makes as much as the first one. Really didn't like. I really didn't like Endgame very much. I thought Infinity War was pretty good. Endgame, it was just. I just thought it was super boring, and like, I don't really know what my issue with it was. Like, again, part of it's not. I'm not a Marvel guy. I don't want to rip on anyone who likes it because I know the vast majority of people like it. For me, it was just like the entire movie was like. It almost could have been 3 movies because. I just didn't find the setup stuff very interesting. The last battle I just thought was a mess. Their main problem I thought was killing. I think their main problem was killing Thanos, like the real Thanos, because fighting a fake one I just didn't think was very interesting. Not fake, but one from a different timeline or whatever it was. I just didn't like I didn't like Endgame that much. I did like the part where they go back to Avengers 1 and get the... Again, you guys can tell I really don't know very much about MCU. Get the... was it the Tesseract that they get in that? Yeah, Infinity War had great pacing. The battle at the end of Infinity War I thought was much better. The one at the end of Endgame, it was too, like... visually, it was too much. Like... Again, I only saw the movie one time. I'm not a huge MCU fan, so like if you guys are, I totally understand that and I get that. But the last battle, like it was really cool that all the heroes and stuff came in. That was awesome. But like once they did come in, the whole battle kind of just felt like a mess. Plus, it really bothers me that we never get to see the Hulk just go full power. That was my big problem with, because the Hulk's probably my favorite villain behind Spider-Man. So I was kind of disappointed we never got to see him go full power. Another issue is, I think there are just too many heroes. Like, when you have that many heroes, it's like, to me it starts to be like, okay, now each individual hero is less important. Like, I don't know why we have... like Iron Man's girlfriend flying like a suit, like you got like favorite villain. Sorry, I meant favorite hero. Yeah, I don't know. I will say though, I totally excuse me. I totally get why people like it though. So I'm trying to rip on anyone who likes. I'm not saying if you like Avengers, you're whatever. And that's one of the reasons why I like the first Avengers movie so much, though. Because the last battle, where they're in New York with those giant flying dragons or whatever, and some of you guys are probably like, oh my god, he knows nothing. But that last battle I thought was really cool because the characters each have their opportunity to shine. There's like a real sense of action. The movie flows really well. Like the battle has like a sort of real progression to it. It's got like a real sense of like speed and like each character, like I said, gets their moment to shine. But I just didn't really feel that with the Endgame. In Endgame, I just felt like it was kind of like a muddy mess. Yeah, I agree. I didn't think... One of the things I didn't like about Infinity War either was it was just so obvious that the snap didn't really mean anything. Because there's like already a new Spider-Man movie announced set after Endgame. Plus, obviously, they're not going to kill off Spider-Man and Black Panther, like their most popular characters. Time travel is also always a bit iffy. There's definitely going to be some sort of way that the rebels managed to... This wasn't a leak that I read, but this was an idea someone had. We know that Palpatine's fleet is in the middle of nowhere. It would be cool if the rebels win by somehow sticking, like, they make them stuck there. Like, whether they destroy, like, whatever hyperspace lane is in there, or, like, they somehow stop them from being able to navigate. Thank you, Charming Navigator. Appreciate it. I still haven't seen the new Spider-Man movie though, and I would like to see that. I heard good things. Usually, like MCU movies for me are like kind of I kind of treat them like because I know they're going to be at the very least enjoyable. So I usually watch them like if I'm in a hotel with like a few hours to kill, or if I'm on a plane. Jacob says, excited for some big brain moves from Sheev. Me too. I still haven't watched... I also haven't watched Aquaman or Justice League or Wonder Woman yet. They're on my list. I loved Spider-Man... Into the Spider-Verse. I thought that was a actually phenomenal movie. I think that movie, like, man, that movie almost made me cry. That movie was so good. Not even because anything really emotional happened, just because it was such a beautiful movie. Every scene of that movie was like pure art. Even the end credits, Into the Spider-Verse was a better end credits than most movie. I feel. I think the Battle Droids probably just an Easter egg. My favorite superhero movie of all time probably, though, is Spider-Man 2. That's a great movie. I think I would have been... would have been 100% all in on the MCU if they had kept the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. I know that a lot of people love the new Spider-Man. I actually like him too, but if they had started Spider-Man as the intro into the MCU and then brought Iron Man, I think that those movies would have worked really well together. Then have Spider-Man kind of be one of the main heroes. You get your rent when you fix this damn door. Yeah, Todd, go to bed, buddy. I've worked on 4 hours of sleep many times or gone to class like that, and it's just miserable. I love Red Letter Media, but I don't watch their Star Wars stuff just because, like, they're just so negative and so, which I get. People are allowed to be negative, but it's just so, pessimistic. I can't be bothered. It does look like Chewie's bandolier and bowcaster. I don't think C-3PO will actually die. I think he'll probably come through. Yeah, I saw that Quantum about how they changed like the frame rate and stuff. Oh, what a stream, eh? How many likes? Did we hit 1,000 likes yet? Guys, if we didn't, Daddy's gonna be very sad. Don't know why I said it like that, I'm sorry. $8.60. Ooh, I'm sad. That's alright. Did I miss a donation? No. Okay. Yes, we will be doing more Empire at War content. It's just I got really busy with wedding planning and stuff. Hopefully before Halloween, but certainly afterwards. I like John Wick. I like the first one a lot more than the later two. I think the John Wick 2 and 3 went a little too heavy into like they made it a little too fantastical, if that makes any sense. Statue's probably Kylo's sick little I don't know, shrine for Palpatine. I would not be surprised if we had a lot of Force Ghosts in this movie. Mr. Bones. Everything went well. Yeah, it did. It went really well. We're not going to take a honeymoon. I work from home, so we already have a really great setup here. It's not that... I don't know. We just have we got really good. And yeah, we didn't really need time away, I guess. I've watched part of the holiday special, but it's legitimately not entertaining. Like, it's not even not entertaining. Like, some movies are so bad they're good, but this movie is just like the holiday special is just so bad it's hard to watch. Like, most of it's Wookiees, and the Wookiees don't even have translated voices. They don't have subtitles or anything. They're just growling at each other. And it's like just long, lingering shots of just nothing. And it's really long. The Room is like actually entertaining. I don't think it'll be a clone. I think it'll be Palpatine himself somehow. I don't know how. Whether it's an essence or like what, I don't know. Would the Rebellion have used Nabooian fighters if they got their hands on them? Yeah, they would have. It's a really good question. Let me just see. I think it's Nubian, isn't it? Something from Naboo. Isn't it Nubian? I mean, you kind of see them a bit in Battlefront 2, I think. They help the New Republic. In Legends, the Wikipedia page says... Oh, yeah, in Rogue Squadron 2. Right. Yeah, so... Technically, I guess... I mean, even in Rogue Squadron, you could play as one, but... Goddamn, I low-key love the Phantom Menace. It's just the design and everything, so ambitious. It's one of those movies that's kind of just like cozy to me, I don't know. Rogue Squadron games are canon in the EU. I don't really listen to podcasts. I'm too busy. Yeah, there is porn in the. I forget what's his name. I forget the grandpa's name, but yeah, he watches space porn in the holiday special. I think Palpatine will do some sort of Force storm. I know there are lots of really good podcasts, Star Wars and otherwise, but I just don't have time. Usually if I'm listening to something like in the car, it's an audiobook. What was I gonna say? One podcast I did used to watch before, before I started my YouTube channel was Star Wars Minute. Basically, each episode was about 1 minute of a Star Wars movie. So like, there's like 100 and I forget how long A New Hope is. 140 some minutes. So there's 140 episodes. Each episode, 15-20 minutes long, usually with a guest. Just discusses a minute of Star Wars. I don't know what they're up to now, but I'd love to be on it. Well, Scum podcast. Yeah, like I said, I know there's a lot of really great Star Wars podcasts. I just don't really have time to listen to them. Other than yourself, who's your favorite Star Wars YouTuber? I like Star Wars Explained because he knows the canon lore better than anybody, in my opinion. I like E.C. Henry. AT Chat's good. I don't know. I like a lot of. Let me look at my YouTube. Oh, AT Chat's in the chat. No. So the thing that happened with Star Wars Minute, Star Wars Explains YouTube channel used to be called Star Wars Minute, but it was not related to the podcast Star Wars Minute. I talked to him about this. I think he's been on the podcast Star Wars Minute, but basically, Reading Club is good. Basically, when Star Wars Explained started to get bigger, he changed his name, basically. But no, Star Wars Explained and I are also personal friends. Like, I invited him and Molly to my wedding. Unfortunately, they couldn't come because they're far away from me, but yeah. I don't think we'll see any interdictors now. Space Stock. I don't consider Space Stock a Star Wars YouTuber. I guess I don't really consider E.C. Henry a Star Wars YouTuber. Bombastic is one of my favorites. XP Gamers. Battlefront Updates. All those guys. Obscure Legends Starfighter. I'd love to see the E-Wing. It's not really super obscure, but yeah, you can see that training droid. Generation Tech is good. They make some really interesting videos. Well, it already looks like you can see some of the. I mean, the Pelta is technically a Clone Wars ship. Corey loses, of course. Corey's datapad, I think, is along me and Corey's datapad. If I'm gonna brag, I think we've got the best Legend stuff. Corey's datapad goes even more in depth than mine. Often. See you, Quantum. Have a good one, dude. Yeah, I like Star Wars Reading Club. We've talked a few times, too. Yeah, if they don't use the word Tapcaf, I'm going to be unimpressed. Our last few books haven't, actually, so. One EU ship that you want in canon? I'd like one of the, even though they were never really in Legends, well, I'd like some other Dreadnought or Battlecruiser to be added to the Empire. Hera's still alive, I would suspect. I don't know if it's been confirmed or not. Yeah, I mean, if they got a 3D model made, you might as well chuck it in, right? Palpatine will be in the flesh. I really do think so. Thing is, the K-Wings were never even really in the books. They kind of just... They're really only in Black Fleet Crisis, and only kind of. Same with, like, the Nebula Star Destroyer. First Order could use probably some classic tanks, some hover tanks, or something like a Juggernaut would be cool. I'd like to try a Nerf burger. You hear a lot of those in the books. Jason Sandula, yeah, he could be in it. I doubt we'll see the inside of the Ghost though. Yeah, there's a B-wing. Quickly, briefly. Let's see, we hit 900 likes yet? 912, nice. Nice. I don't think it'll be a clone. If TIE Fighters don't have a life support, how did Finn and Poe breathe in one when fleeing? Yeah, I guess First Order TIEs do have life support. Which they should. There's a couple scenes in Rebels too where TIE pilots are shown without. Rebels did have a few weird moments. Like they always had TIEs landing on their their wings, which they're not supposed to do. They have TIE pilots without life support all the time. Kind of some weird lore there. Well, TIE pilots are usually in their suits, so good luck, Ryan, with your exam. See if you can throw a Star Wars reference in there. That's definitely Leia who says always. At the end. Take down the Star Trek versus Star Wars? I didn't. Somebody, Fox or somebody did. I don't remember. CBS, I guess it would have been. Yeah, Palpatine seems to be in some sort of mech suit. The food at Galaxy's Edge is just really not very good. I've been twice and I've tried 2 different ones. Do not get the pasta salad with shrimp. It's awful. I hear that the ribs are pretty good. I did the fried chicken and potatoes last time I was there, and it was just not very good. Honestly, all Disney food sucks though. But we did get to go to try like a lot of the stall food they have and stuff, and one is the Power of Love, the advertisement for Huey Lewis. I love that song. The Power of Love. I forget what it is. One of the Ronto wraps, I think. Those are really good actually. Yeah, there is a Discord. I haven't been on it much lately because I've been super busy. Yeah, the food in Downtown Disney is much better. The Ronto wraps in Galaxy's Edge are good. I also tried, I think, every single one of the drinks there. Darkfish, thank you for the $5 donation. Do you think it'll end up kind of like The Last Jedi? I don't know. It's hard to say. I really have no idea what this movie's gonna be. It's the power of love. Do they have craft dinner at Galaxy's Edge? No, I don't think so. Get some craft dinner in my fridge right now. No, I don't think there are any CIS cruisers. We've taken a very close look. The Jenny viewing order? What's that mean? 867. Okay, wait, what? 8? Why are we starting with 8? What's Jenny stand for? Or who's Jenny? what's the rationale between this? Oh, 8675309. I get it. Yeah. I was like, what? It's the Rogue One that kind of screwed with me. That's Tommy Two-Tone, or Tommy Two-Tone, isn't it? Yeah. I was like, what? And then I said it, I was like, 8675. Yeah. That's a good one. Look at Lando. Big pimpin'. Jenny, I got your number. I need to make you mine. Jenny, don't change your number. 8675309. 8675309. 8675309. 8675309. I got it. I got your number on the wall. For a good time call. God damn, that's a dope song. I just think that thing was Kylo's weird shrine to Sheev. If Yoda was our English teacher. A lot of confused children. Bernie's not dead. Don't listen to Joseph Watson. It would be cool to see some battle droids fighting with the Resistance. I'd be down for that. You need to call in Lando and Tendra for Tendrando Arms and get some YVH battle droids. Now that would be cash money. Just keep playing in the background now. I don't know. Can I order tickets yet? Yeah, you definitely see the ghost. All right, Joseph, let's stay on topic, please. We're going to have to give you a little bit of a timeout, bud. Big battle should be good. I'm excited. Hopefully we get some nice action shots. The action shots in The action shots in The Force Awakens are really good. It's just the set pieces themselves are kind of meh. Yeah, I meant to get off an hour ago. The stream is slowly dying, but it's not really a big deal. How many people are still streaming? I got Lego streaming a Star Wars marathon right now. Classic. We have one of the largest Star Wars streams right now. I think most of the other big channels stopped. I think Theory stopped. Did he? Yeah, he stopped streaming, I think. I don't think Star Wars Explained did a stream. Who's your guys' favorite YouTuber? Star Wars YouTuber. And just favorite YouTuber generally. I'm curious. Star Wars Explained hasn't put a video up yet, I don't think. I used to do videos for these, but I kind of just enjoy the live stream. Guys, drop a like. I think the crew might have been frozen. Geetsley's, yeah. Geetsley's got a good channel. His channel's really been picking up. You're in timeout, Joseph Watson. Let's keep this on topic. Ethos Lab? I don't know if I've heard of them. I'm always looking for new YouTube channels to subscribe to because I spend a lot of my time working just with YouTube on in the background. Kind of like, not like white noise, but you know what I mean? I appreciate Mike Zero for what he does. I really do. The man works. Preston Jacobs, the Alex Jones of Game of Thrones. To me, the formation looks like it's an outcrop on like some sort of planet. Hey Murph, what do you think, bud? Wake up. Murphy's like, I'm usually in bed 3 hours ago. No, C3PO's not gonna die. XP Gamers, that's a great channel. Hidden Xperia and I are friends. I'd consider us friends. We talk, not every day, but once a week at least. Scourge Aldan. Oh my god. I was like, there's only 3 people in the world who know who Scourge Aldan is. Recognize that username. Trailer's pretty good. Finally get to see the true power of both sides. First person besides similar function who can tell me who Scourge Aldan is. It's my eternal respect. Let's turn the music on a bit. Let's get some music going. I'm feeling pretty low energy. Jeb Bush, low energy. Hold on. Did anyone find out Scourge Aldan yet? Oh, good. Thought we had real Star Wars fans here. Who's crewing the Star Destroyer fleet? I think probably some Frozen people. How does that music sound? Yeah, the Star Wars trailers usually have their own soundtrack. This does sound like it was probably done by John Williams, though. Yes, Hector 42. Scourge Aldan is one of the names for rebel units in Star Wars Battlefront, the classic one. Like Gnome Carver, yeah. I think that Finn and Poe are probably running through some sort of big Star Destroyer, but I don't think it's the Eclipse. I think it'd be cool to see. I'm pretty sure John Williams did trailer music for one of the Force Awakens trailers. Yeah, he did. Trust me, you remember Scourge Aldan. He was one of a kind. He was a real special fella. Big Scourge Aldan energy. It'd be cool if Leia did some Jedi training. See ya, Hat. Thank you for the $2 donation, and thanks for stopping by the stream. Yeah, we should watch the Frozen trailers after this. I want to rewatch the Cars 2 trailer. That one was really iconic. Favorite canon or Legends comic series? The old Rogue Squadron comics were really good. They tie in with the books nicely. I keep saying I'm gonna go, but I mean we still have 900 people here. Where were those resistance ships during the Rebellion era? I don't know. The song is called Home Resonance. Home Resonance. If you search up Eckhart's Ladder music playlist, it's the first song. I'm not doing a canon versus Legends thing. Legends is almost over anyway. Okay. We've been going for 2 hours, 36 minutes, and 56 seconds. Unless we can get to 1,000 likes, I have to call it. Now I'm bribing you guys. We are at 9:83. Oh, we can probably do it. I'll give you 2 minutes. Legends, there wasn't much left to tell. I mean, Fate of the Jedi was 40 plus years after Yavin, and like Crucible, same. Han was in his 70s. Luke and Leia in their 60s. So wasn't that much story to tell left, I don't think. I'm happy with what we got. I didn't really need that much more. I would like to have got, well, I don't know. I guess I would have liked to have Troy Denning's trilogy. It would have been nice to get the Jaina trilogy. I mostly would want to find out what happened to Ben and Tahiri. Or sorry, not Ben and Tahiri. Ben and Vistara, I mean. Would have liked to know what happened to the Lost Tribe of the Sith as well. And I think the pre-movie era was too muddy in Legends. There were too many Sith returning and fighting the Jedi and then leaving, and it was just a little too much. There was so much though that I loved as well, so I don't know. Oops. Dropped a bottle cap. The old Marvel Star Wars comics? No, you're not. You know, those are not something you need to read. If you do enjoy them, though, you should read the, after you finish them, read the old newspaper dailies. The old LA Times newspaper comics. Those are fun. I think Lando and Chewie go. I think Chewie should go home. Chewie needs to go back to his family. But Lando taking the Falcon would be cool. I could see the battle being between the First Order and the Empire. I could totally see that. Alright guys, I think that's going to be it for me, even though we did get to 1,000 likes, which I very much appreciate. I think it's time for me to go to bed. This whole thing will be live once YouTube processes it. It's 2 hours and 40 minutes long. It'll probably take a bit of processing time. So yeah. Anybody have any final comments before I head off? I know. I'm breaking your heart. Agreed, Locust. Good night, everybody. Raj, 10th, Bruce, Evil, Jackson, Gossip, Wheat, James, Hector, Will, Darth, Pumpkin, Gossip, Aniro, Day, Shane, Arton, Thomas, California, Wheats, Oil, or Ollie, sorry. Hey, good night, everybody. Sorry I missed some of you. Shane, Duden, Stalin, Cube, Penguins. That's all I can get. Oh, Gautham. Good night.